Okay, so children, the time now is 7:30. The time now is 7:30. Let's begin lesson. Woo! Okay, first day of school, right? Nobody excited, right? Poor thing. Everybody dragging their feet to school, right? All right. Is school really that boring? No, right? You got to see your friends, you got to see your teachers, right? Some of your teachers quite handsome looking, right? No, okay, quite sad. Okay, come, children, let's go into the main questions of today, can? All right, but before that, right, let's try to finish the 2-question homework from last week. All right, because last week I spent some time talking about the mean medium mode, which is very important. Yeah, about the medium especially. I show you my technique. All right, I told you about Burn's theory number 3, I think, something like that. All right, so those are very good technique. Your school don't teach one. All right, you only learn it down here with Burn Ong. All right, I refuse to do my Chinese homework. Why? Just writing compo lah. Why so difficult? Cannot Hey, children, must understand that your how to say your subjects are all rounder. You have to be good at a little bit here, good a little bit there, right? You have to try to please your teachers to make sure that you submit your homework. All right, so just try your best to finish up your homework and submit lah. All right, don't give your teachers trouble. All right, if not, then you send for detention and all this. It's not it's not it's not a win-win. You see. Aiyo, this person also never do holiday homework. My goodness. Aiyo, so much homework, man. All right. Anyway, children, it's like term 4 already, right? Which means that your exam, right? Some of you even send me your exam timetable. Thank you so much. Some of you, the exam, right, is end of this month. Oh, Jocelyn, welcome back. Yeah, some of you, the exam is end of this month. It's very frightening. It's like less than 3 weeks, All right. So less than 3 weeks, it will be your exam ready. Jocelyn, the link is actually to a Google review for 88 Tuition. All right. It's not something, yeah. Right, so the link to 88 Tuition, hopefully you can write a review and to say something positive lah. All right, if you can. Okay, so after your exam, right, end of year exam, then it will be school holiday again. Let me tell you, this term is so short. Right, some of you having your exams in early October, some of you having your exams in late September. Then after that, you are free like a birdie. All right, then you can actually go and have some fun. Can? And yes, I still remember about the one physical lesson, all right, that we can try to have, right, in future. All right, then everybody can at least meet everybody. You all can see at least that I'm actually not small in size. I'm actually quite big and not slim. All right. Okay. So it's not end of year, is it? It's called WA4. Okay, different school call it differently, but ultimately it's still end of year. Okay. Okay, come. Let's look at question 9. Question 9 is supposed to be your homework, right? Hello, Ali. Hello, Ice. Hello, Bryden. All right. Hello, Zenek. All right. Long time never see. I never call your name also. Okay, come. Let's take a look at question 9. What's your homework? Let's go. Hey, focus. The diagram shows a cylinder solid down here. Below is a cylinder and on top is a hemisphere. Take pi as 3.142. You have to take pi as 3.142. All right, don't use your calculators. Pi, don't use 22/7. Must follow instruction. Find the volume. Okay, so down here, children, my advice to you, right, is to give it all in. Volume of solid. You give it a heading and you say that the volume of solid is actually volume of what? Cylinder, right? Plus the volume of what? Hemisphere. Can you see not? All right, so you give it a heading. So with the heading, right, you will have a very clear direction what to do. And what's the volume of cylinder? There, you write out the formula. Pi r squared h. Plus, what is the formula of the hemisphere? 2/3 pi r cubed. Children, can I advise you something? Please, don't last minute, like tomorrow is the math test or tomorrow is the math exam. Then then tomorrow itself, all right, in the morning, then you're going to start to remember the formula. Don't do that. Many of you are like that, seriously. You don't think I don't know. All right, many of you only wait until that morning. All right, the test that morning, the exam. Then you go and try to remember the formula. All right. Jocelyn, not all the formulas are given. Not all the formulas are given. And usually formulas are given only for Sec 3, Sec 4. All right, because their paper is longer and there's more formula. Sec 2, you think your teacher will give you formula? I doubt so. If your teacher give you formula, right, means that teacher really very nice, No such things one. Well, Nico, your teacher also gave. Jocelyn also. Wow. All right. So children, if your school teacher never give you formulas, right? Yeah. Then you might want to change school lah. All right, change to Jocelyn or Nico's school. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. All right, no, I'm just kidding. All right, your teacher don't want to give you the formula is so that you can memorize. All right, Sec 3 then they will start to give you formulas. All right, ayo, yo Okay, come. So now you put in the numbers. Pi is 3.142. The radius of the cylinder is what? The radius of a cylinder is what? Not given. But are you worried? Okay. Focus on the hemisphere, children. Look. From the center, right, up, right, from the center up, right, is called 5 cm. Do you know that from the center to the left or right is also 5 cm? These are what? These are considered radius. Do you know that? Oh, yeah. So sometimes, right, people cannot see. People cannot see that the height of the hemisphere, this is like the height, is actually equal to the radius of the hemisphere. They are the same for the hemisphere. All right, which means that the volume of the cylinder, right, the radius down here is also 5 cm. Can you see or not, children? All right, so pi r squared times height. Height is 20 for the cylinder plus 2/3. All right, 2/3 pi r cubed. Pi is 3.142 times what's the radius of the hemisphere? All right, it's a 5 cubed. And children, what do you do? All in into your calculator. All in. Let's go. 3.142 times 5 squared times 20 plus 2 over 3 times pi 3.142 times 5 to the power of 3. Right, and the whole thing will come out 1832.8. So this is like a irrational number. What you do? Always give it to 3 significant figure. 183. Please remember to put in the 0 at the back. All right, cm cubed. 3SF. All right, the 0 is very important, children. All right, the 0 is very important. Don't just write 183. So sometimes, right, all you got to do is to think money. Think money. Oh, yo, my friend owe me $1,832. Will you be happy if that person only return you $183? Crazy! I will not be happy. Right, I will hunt him. No, sorry. Violent. All right, so you will not be happy, right? So of course, the same thing down here. When you round off, right, the meaning of rounding off, estimation is what? The number must be what? Close. The number must be nearby. It cannot be 183 versus 1,833. Hiya! Cannot be. All right, so the number must be close by. So that's how you do a check when you attempt questions like this. Can? Very good. Okay, next, find the cost of painting the hemisphere cover if it costs $1.20 to paint 1 cm square. All right, so down here, they are just painting the what? The cover only, the cover which is on top down here only. Oh, isn't this the what? Curved surface area of the hemisphere. Curved surface area of hemisphere. Formula? All right, children, I told you, right, don't last minute remember. Now you start to remember. Every time you do this type of question, you write it down. Can you see or not? Can you see that my working is very systematic one? So every time I write out the formulas, you see or not? Can you see or not? Can you try to learn from me or not? All right, I'm already doing things very very neatly, very nicely, so that you can learn from me, so that you will not make any silly, careless, unnecessary mistake. All right. So if you learn from me, my working like that, can you see or not? It's step by step. It's very clear. All right. The chances of you making mistake is very low. All right, and it forces you to memorize the formula. All right, it's a good thing. All right, so don't always wait until the last minute, then go and remember. All right, then you will start to have what? Panic attack. I cannot remember. Ayo. Who called you don't remember today? Correct or not? Hey, yeah. All right, so this is the surface area. So you are supposed to paint, right? You're supposed to paint, right? So 1 cm squared is $1.20. So 157.1 cm squared will be what? All right, so the cost will be equal to 15 will be $1.20 times 157.1 cm squared. All right, and you press your calculator, don't be shy, times 1.2. And your answer will be 188.52. Right, 188.52. Okay, don't have to round off. How come? Because money, right? Usually we give to what? Money, we always, right? Always try to give it to 2 decimal place. Right, 2 decimal place. And we always say nearest cent. So the meaning of nearest cent means what? 2 decimal place. All right, so it's already in 2 decimal place. So don't bother. No, of course not. Of course not. Jocelyn, it's just a question. All right, 1 cm squared, $1.20. So expensive. You know what is 1 cm squared or not? 1 cm squared, it means you take a ruler. Hey, 1 cm squared, you take a ruler. You go and draw. This is to scale. This is to scale. This to here is 1 cm. All right. Here to here is 1 cm. Here to here is 1 cm. This is 1 cm also. This is to scale. I'm drawing to scale. So this is called a 1 cm by 1 cm square. All right. So what's the area? The area will be equal to what? 1 cm square. So imagine you paint like that. Imagine you paint like that is $1.20. Oh, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. I think you got con. Right. So it's just a question. It's just a question, children. Relax. All right. It's not that expensive. All right. So you're going to paint this little part is $1.20. Scary, right? So imagine if you paint the entire piece of paper like that, the whole PowerPoint. All right. It's a lot of $1.20. Yeah, you're right. Like 1 stroke costs $10. Oh my goodness. If the whole solid diagram is cut into 2 equal parts along the line PQ. Oh, yo. All right. So you take the knife and you cut birthday cake like that. Right. You cut birthday cake halfway like that. Half. All right. Find the area of 1 vertical surface parallel to PQ. All right, leave your answer to the nearest square centimeter. Find the area of 1 vertical surface, which is parallel to PQ. So on top, right, it's just like, okay, when you cut that, right, what will you see? When you cut it, right, will you see something like that? You will see like that, right? And a rectangle. Is that true or not? So you will see a 2-dimensional shape. So this is called a 2-dimensional shape. Correct or not? Right. So imagine if you cut it, right? You cut this one right in the center. Will you get something like that? So they are asking find the area of 1 vertical surface parallel to PQ. All right. So they are looking for the area of this part which is actually, all right. Do not talk about hemisphere. All right. Do not talk about hemisphere. Yes, Lovan, go. All right. All right. Go. Correct. All right. So do not talk about hemisphere. Do not talk about cylinder already. Because on top is a what? On top is a semicircle. All right, so you're supposed to look for the area of semicircle, and below is a rectangle. Can you see or not? It becomes a 2-dimensional already. All right. So how do you find the area of semicircle? Half times pi r squared. All right, pi r squared is the full circle. Semicircle means half of it, right? And what's the area of rectangle? Length times breadth. Correct or not? Correct or not? Okay. Okay. So what is the pi? 3.142. What's the radius? What's the radius? Can you see or not? It is still what? The radius is still what? It's still down here, right? It's still the 5. Can you see or not? It's still 5, right? That is still the radius. Can you imagine or not? Imagine you have this thing. It looks like a bullet. Right, sorry. That's the only thing I can think of right now. Okay, minion. Minion is got legs one, right? You know what's minion? Banana. Okay. What else is this shape? Oh, I was thinking of a bullet It's easier. So you cut the bullet into half, right? Seriously? All right, the 5 cm will appear here. Can you try to visualize a bit? Can? Which means down here is 10. All right, from left to right. Cannot. All right, so down here is 5 square. Plus the length, the length is 20. The length, which is 20, the height of the cylinder, times what? Times the base, or the breadth, which is 10. And all you got to do is all into your calculator again. All right. So 1/2 times 3.142 times 5 squared plus 20 times 10. And your answer will be 239.275 cm squared.